If you're wondering which video editing laptops are worth your money, stick around. After we run through each product, I'll give you my personal take. Would I buy it or would I skip it? No fluff, just my honest opinion. Let's get into it. Lenovo Legion Pro 7 Gen 10. This thing chews through 4K timelines like they are TikTok drafts with Intel Core Ultra processors, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5080 or higher graphics, and a fast 16-inch high-resolution display that is actually color serious with cinema-grade color space options. So scrubbing multiple streams in Premiere or DaVinci feels illegal in how smooth it is compared to the MacBook Air and Omnibook toys. But it is chunky, loud, and the battery dies faster than your motivation on a Monday, so if you try to edit unplugged like on the MacBook Air M4 or the Asus ProArt, it basically laughs and turns into a desktop. Would I buy it? Yes, yes, because for heavy editing, this is the shut up and render machine. As long as you accept the charger is now your emotional support brick. HP ZBook Fury 16 G11. This is the corporate Hulk of video editing. With Intel Core i9 processors, workstation NVIDIA graphics, and independent software vendor certifications, so stuff like After Effects, Autodesk, and color workflows feel super stable and more studio rig than the Legion, but also way more serious than my personality. The downside is it is insanely expensive, heavy, and looks like it was designed by an accountant, and the fans spin up like a jet when you throw 8K timelines at it, making the slim MacBook Air M4 and the tiny ProArt PX13 look like influencer toys in comparison. Would I buy it? Maybe, because it is a tank for professional work if a client is paying. But for my own money, I would rather get something that does not double as a dumbbell. Apple MacBook Air M4. For lightweight 4K editing, this thing is low-key cracked. The M4 chip with the media engine for hardware-accelerated H.264 HEVC and ProRes lets you cut multiple streams smoothly while the fanless design stays silent, which feels magical next to the roaring Legion and ZBook beasts. But once you push long 8K timelines, heavy noise reduction, or loads of plugins, the thin design and no active cooling mean it can throttle and slow down. Plus, you are stuck with integrated graphics and fewer ports compared to the creator-focused Asus ProArt and Legion laptops. Would I buy it? Yes, because as a portable on-the-go edit and review machine, it is amazing, and then I would offload the really abusive projects to a beefier laptop or desktop. Asus ProArt PX13. This is the artsy nerd of the group, rocking an AMD Ryzen AI Max Plus processor, up to 128 GB of unified memory, and a 3K organic light emitting diode touchscreen with Delta E under one color accuracy. So for editors and color graders, it absolutely destroys the MacBook Air and Omnibook for precise grading and multi-layer timelines. The trade-off is the 13-inch size can feel cramped for serious timeline work. The convertible 2-in-1 thing is cool but a bit gimmicky for pure editing. And at max spec, it is not cheap at all, so you are paying a lot to flex on your color grading friends. Would I buy it? Yes, because as a portable creator weapon with an actually trustworthy screen, it is ridiculously good, especially if you want one machine that can sketch, grade, and edit without needing an external monitor. HP Omnibook 7. This one is like the I edit sometimes laptop, with Intel Core Ultra processors, Intel Arc graphics with 8 GB of memory, up to 16 GB of random access memory, and decent ports including Thunderbolt 4, which is fine for basic 4K timelines but will start wheezing way before the Legion or ProArt when you stack effects. It is lighter and more portable than the ZBook and Legion, but with only up to 16 GB of memory and more mid-range graphics, it is clearly not built as a hardcore editing monster, so if you try to cut heavy projects on it daily, you will age faster than your footage. Would I buy it? No, because it feels more like a nice general-purpose laptop that can edit in a pinch, not a dedicated video editing beast like the others in this lineup. Lenovo Slim 7i Aura Edition 2025. This laptop has a gorgeous 2.8K organic light-emitting diode screen that makes your timeline look better than your actual life, though the Intel Arc graphics will start crying the moment you throw a heavy 4K render at them. The keyboard feels like clicking soggy crackers, which is a total vibe killer for editing marathons, but hey, at least the battery lasts long enough to finish a project before you lose your mind. Would I buy it? Maybe. Only if I was strictly doing light social media edits and wanted to flex that Aura name at a coffee shop without carrying a heavy power brick. Microsoft Surface Laptop Studio 2. This thing is basically a transformer for nerds with a screen that flips over like it's doing parkour, giving you a 120Hz refresh rate that's smoother than my pickup lines. While it packs a decent NVIDIA RTX 4060, Microsoft restricted the power to a measly 80 watts, so it's basically a Ferrari with a speed limiter that gets louder than a jet engine when you try to export. Would I buy it? No, because it's thicker than a dictionary and I can't justify paying a premium for a hinge when I just want my 4K video to render before the next century. Apple MacBook Pro M5. The M5 chip is so fast it basically predicts your next bad cut before you even make it. And the Liquid Retina Extreme Dynamic Range display is so bright it might actually cook your retinas. It handles 4K high-efficiency video coding like a total boss with zero lag. But Apple still charges you your firstborn child just to upgrade the unified memory from barely enough to actually usable. Would I buy it? Yes, because even though Tim Cook is robbing me blind, the performance per watt is unrivaled, and I'm already too deep in the ecosystem to turn back now. Gigabyte Aero 16 OLED. This beast features a 4K plus organic light-emitting diode panel that is factory calibrated to be so color accurate you'll finally realize your color grading actually sucks. It rocks an Intel Core i9 and an RTX 4070 that eats through Premiere Pro timelines, but it only has a 60Hz refresh rate, which feels like watching a slideshow if you've ever touched a real monitor. Would I buy it? Yes. Specifically for that insane 100% DCI P3 color gamut, because I care more about my pixels looking sexy than I do about my battery dying in 2 hours. Lenovo ThinkPad P16s Gen 3. This is a professional workstation that looks like it belongs in a boring board meeting, but it secretly hides an Intel Core Ultra 9 and an NVIDIA RTX 500 Ada that can actually handle 3D rendering without exploding. It's built like a literal tank and has a 5-megapixel webcam for your awkward Zoom calls, but the 60Hz display and the grandpa's office aesthetic might make you die of boredom before you finish your edit. Would I buy it? No, because while it's reliable as hell, I'm a creator, not a data scientist, and I need a laptop that doesn't look like it was issued by the Department of Transportation. Asus ProArt P16. This absolute beast packs a GeForce RTX 50 series graphics processing unit and a gorgeous 4K OLED screen that makes my 10-bit 422 4K footage look so crisp it's basically porn for editors. It handles 8K timelines like a champ, but it gets hotter than a spicy pepper, and the price tag will make your wallet cry for mercy. Would I buy it? Yes, because having this much power and a 120Hz refresh rate and a portable chassis is worth selling a kidney for. Lenovo ThinkPad X915 Aura Edition. This thing is lighter than my will to live on a Monday and features those new Intel Lunar Lake chips that handle AI background blurring and smart features without even breaking a sweat. The integrated Intel Arc graphics are decent for light cuts, but try rendering a heavy 3D composition and you'll be waiting long enough for the next ice age to begin. Would I buy it? Maybe, if I were a traveling producer who cares more about 48 trillions of operations per second than actually finishing a heavy render before sunset. Lenovo Yoga Pro 9i. This laptop flexes a stunning 3.2K tandem OLED panel with 1000 nits of brightness that is so bright I need sunglasses just to look at my timeline. It beats most thin and light rivals in 4K export speeds thanks to that beefy Ultra 9 processor, but the fans sound like a jet engine taking off and the battery life is honestly a total joke. Would I buy it? Yes, because that screen is the gold standard for color grading, and I usually edit near a power outlet anyway. Dell Precision 5690. This workstation is the professional older brother of the group, packing a massive RTX 5000 Ada generation graphics card that makes the other laptops look like glorified calculators. It is built like a literal tank and stays surprisingly cool, though carrying it around feels like a gym workout, and Dell charges a premium that could buy you a used car. Would I buy it? Yes, if I had a corporate budget to burn, because 16 gigabytes of video random access memory is the only way to survive complex 8K projects. Samsung Galaxy Book 5 Pro 360. It is thin, it is sexy, and that 360-degree hinge lets me use the S Pen to draw masks directly on the screen like a frustrated artist. However, relying on integrated graphics for video editing is like bringing a spoon to a knife fight, and it starts to throttle and get toasty the moment you ask it to do anything remotely difficult. Would I buy it? No, because while the 120Hz OLED is pretty, I need actual horsepower for my renders, not just a fancy folding tablet. Acer Nitro ANV155276NK. This budget beast packs an Intel Core i7-13620H and an RTX 4050 that will slice through your 1080p timelines like a hot knife through butter. Though the 250 nits screen is so dim, you might need a flashlight just to find your play button. It's got a 165Hz refresh rate, which is overkill for moving keyframes but great for pretending you're working while actually playing Fortnite. Just don't expect the plastic build to survive a drop, or your ego to survive the loud-ass fans. Would I buy it? Maybe, because while the screen is as dull as a rainy Monday, you won't find better rendering power for this price without selling a kidney. Lenovo ThinkPad P1 Gen 7. This professional flex is 3 times faster at color grading than its ancestors and features a 16-inch display that actually shows colors correctly. Unlike that Acer, which looks like it's filtered through a dirty sock. You get a sturdy magnesium build and a Core Ultra 7 processor that handles 4K exports in about 4 minutes, but it costs enough to make your bank account file for divorce, and the fans scream louder than a toddler in a grocery store when things get heavy. Would I buy it? Yes, because having a workstation that doesn't feel like a cheap toy is worth the premium, even if the price tag makes me want to cry myself to sleep. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you pick the video editing laptops for you. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Links to all of these products mentioned in this video will be in the description.